surprisingly well considering everything that happened.
Dude, is that what I think it is? You assholes have your own observatory? Oh, okay. I know we have a fire and an existential crisis to solve, but I am definitely breaking in there tonight. Earth to Max. You good?
Sorry. I just still can't believe it. You're really here.
Listen, if I'm gonna feel okay about being here with everything you have going on, I don't want to be weighing you down.
You're not.
Good. Then let's split up. I'll go up to the Science Palace and meet your friend while you go focus on the firefuckers.
No, I'll walk you there.
Max, I've navigated stairs before. Go. Get some answers. I'll call you soon.
Chloe!
I'm okay, you goober. Now go.
Good luck. She must have come looking for me, and I wasn't here. She found Moses and she... But I'm here now. And this time, I will make sure nothing happens to her.
The thing is, what if in the end it's basically the timeline trying to correct itself?
Hard to think about anything besides Chloe at the moment. But if I want her to remain alive, I need to start finding answers now. Where can I dig up more information on Abraxas? Maybe I can find someone to help me.
Okay, so before we do that, we have more messages. Okay, so now Chloe is no longer a stranger, so we've named her. Okay, let's just wait for it all to finish. Okay, so then Max goes, "Hey, let me know if you need me to come meet up with you. The admin building isn't too far." Max, you literally just walked away from me. I haven't even made it to the stairs yet. Though, to be fair, I'm not sure this staircase has an end to it. If it wasn't dead already, this walk would do it. Don't joke about that. Deal. Okay, think I've climbed Mount Science. I'm heading in. Good luck. Send updates. Update, I was wrong. There are more stairs. FML. Okay, so obviously she needs to warn Moses, because imagine like somebody walks in who they, knows dead and trying to explain all of that. So Max messages him and goes, "Hey, heads up, there's an important visitor coming to your office now. Moses ... Are you going to give me any more than that? Honestly, I don't think my thumbs can handle the amount of explanation it requires. Better just talk to her. Sure, I'm ready to receive your mystery guest. Speaking of, you broke in the Abraxas house last night." "Yes, but how?" "I connected some dots between my police scanner and the security text blast, and knowing you, didn't we agree not to make any major changes?" "I wasn't trying to. I was looking around the outside and saw something strange. Next thing I know, I was in the basement with Loretta. Sirens started blaring and the house almost came down on our heads." "Wait, Loretta, didn't you see something about her in the original fire?" "Yes, Loretta's March, but what's the connection?" I don't know, but I'm realizing we need to start collecting everything you find. We have no idea what might be important yet. Okay, this hold on, my cat has misplaced the camera because she wants attention. Okay. I don't know, but I'm realizing we need to start collecting everything you find. We have no idea what might be important yet. I want you to send me everything related to the fire. I'll transcribe and catalog it all. Create a database of any evidence for us to review later. Will do. Thank you, Moses. Okay, so I'm assuming he hasn't seen Chloe yet. Otherwise, the messages would be very, very different right now. I keep clicking the wrong, the wrong mouse button, which is to rewind. Stuff for us to look at.
I hope Yasmin forgives me for lying about Sophie. I could really use a friend on this president wall. Yasmin was far from perfect, but damn do I miss having her in charge.
Yeah, I don't know what his plan is or what the end game
Where
is.
can I dig up more information on Abraxas? Maybe I can find someone to help me.
Maybe Vin?
The Caledon rebrand is beginning. When a slogan feels like a personal attack. Can I put my International Photography Award in here? Maybe it would get Owen to take me seriously.
I honestly don't think that will make a difference. The guy obviously has some misconception about you, and you don't fit his, view of changes that he wants to implement for whatever reason. And my cat is just hugging the keyboard right now. Okay. So I have to, sorry, I just walked into a wall. I just want to see.
Did someone vandalize this plaque? Or are they trying to add to Gretchen's list of accomplishments?
Gretchen Kostov, class of 1964, member of Caledon University's first co-ed class. Gretchen pioneered the Caledon's Women's Equality League, the Caledon Caller, and other initiatives that continue making Caledon a great place for students to this day. I don't know, it seems like there's either something from the last game, so I feel a little bit out of loop when it comes to what Max just mentioned. Isn't this Loretta?
I hope Loretta learned something from her brush with disaster last night, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't. Loretta's not somebody like I would really trust. Like she just keeps, causing trouble, and obviously she's just doing it for her own, I don't gravitas.
Okay. Promise is a promise.
What happened last night was terrifying. I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Question 1. What is your connection to the Abraxas Society?
I don't have one. Some of my students are members, but I'm not.
Then why were you in their basement last night?
Abraxas is good at keeping secrets. I don't know if any of those secrets are dangerous, but I want to find out.
Question 2. Should students be concerned about an unchecked secret society running?
Loretta. My turn. How are you doing?
I'm coping, honestly. I think it would help me get some closure if I understood what happened last night.
To be quite honest, I think she's bullshitting me. But is that the right way to go about the situation by saying it to her? I can imagine not a lot of people would probably say it to her face. And in some ways, I mean, I suppose we might have to still work with her. You know what? I'm gonna go with the you're bullshitting me.
Are you just trying to get my guard down so you can ask more questions?
Only like 30%. Nobody's been able to take them on, ever. The Caledon Crier has been publishing for 60 years. You know what's in their archives? Puff pieces on how Abraxas throws the best parties. I've searched Abraxas and every other creepy occult word I could think of. Nothing of substance.
I'll make you a deal. In lieu of any more grilling, how about I find you some more search terms? Then we can pool our research.
I'll consider it.
Don't really have another choice, do you?
Abraxas has a lot of secrets. It's time somebody cracked them.
Anyone I could talk to?
Vin adores Jack Parsons. I wonder if it's an Abraxas thing or a Vin thing.
Chapter 4: The Moon, the Stars, the Occult. The Life and Legacy of Jack Parsons. Few people achieve the levels of fame and notoriety that Jack Parsons did, and he managed to achieve it twice over. As both a brilliant rocket scientist and an influential occultist. Born October 2nd, 1914, Parsons was a daring, some might say reckless, engineer who died on June 17, 1952, at the tragic age of 37, after an explosion in his home laboratory. Between his work with Aleister Crowley and L. Ron Hubbard, before Hubbard swindled him, and his contributions to the American counterculture movement, Parsons left an indelible mark. Some even credit him with our culture's growing interest in neo-paganism. Parsons is rightly seen as a pioneer in aerospace industry, but his legacy is incomplete without an accounting of his contributions to modern occult practices. In all aspects of his life, he worked tirelessly to pierce the veil between the known and the great unknown. Indelible mark. Is there anything else I can get from here? I have to say, compared to the last game, this one is a lot more quiet. No real conversations between students or anything.
Learning through osmosis. Not a well-respected field, but the early research is promising. I always thought Abraxas was creepy. But at least it's the least creepy rooster-reptile hybrid.
Rooster-reptile hybrids. In the mythological bestiary, a surprising number of creatures come from a very unlikely pairing, that of a rooster and a reptile. The list below is not even an exhaustive one. See Chapter 9, Local Legends, for information on the snallygaster. Basilisk, head and body of a rooster, tail of a snake. Created from a snake or a toad egg hatched by a chicken. Its gaze is instantly fatal and its breath can choke victims. Weakness, weasels. Abraxas, head of a rooster, body of a man, serpents for legs. Differing accounts, either an Egyptian god or a demon. Name is said to have magical meaning, maybe a shortened form of abracadabra. Historical associations with time, destiny, and balance. A cockatrice, head of a rooster, body and wings of a dragon. Created from a chicken egg hatched by a toad or snake, also possesses a deadly gaze with the addition of a deafening roar. Weaknesses, a rooster's crow. So technically they could, spare up against each other. Yeah, this game is very, very quiet. It's like these two, there's no conversation going on. Maybe it's because of all the issues they had last time with the voiceovers.
If a bunch of rowdy Abraxans start building a bonfire, it could get bad fast.
Playing with fire. Fire is nature's most beautiful and dangerous element. While we often think only of its destructive potential, it can also represent new beginnings, as fire can cleanse and reshape as well as destroy. It reminds the modern witch that she contains enormous power which can turn dangerous, even devastating, if used without control. If you want to incorporate fire into your practice, a few pillar candles, red if you wish, will bring power and focus to your next ritual. Or consider building a bonfire where the beauty of the flame is on full display. Bonfire rituals are especially potent when combined with spells of banishment or forgetting. Plagued with thoughts of an ex, what better way to move forward than by taking an old love letter or photo and consigning it to the flames? That's one way to cleanse. So this is from rituals and relics in modern life. Not sure, but I think we have everything.
Try Jack Parsons. One article. Already read this one. I told you. Puff pieces.
When I heard about Diamond,
I know. That's when I really started digging into Abraxas.
The Caledon Caller, May 3rd, 2024. Abraxas promises stability amid turmoil. The Abraxas Society is reeling from the sudden departure of the President Diamond Washington after only one semester in power. Abraxas was surprised to discover that the President's quarters were vacant on Monday morning, 2 weeks before the end of the semester. Washington left behind a note saying that she was leaving school and resigning from the presidency, but did not offer an explanation. Abraxas is currently rescheduling an emergency election for the presidency, and some members are wondering if the group is in trouble. However, Vin Lang, the previous president, thinks the society has a bright future. Listen, being the president is hard, but it's not a go off the grid hard, Lang said. When I got to Caledon, I was a gawky theatre kid with a crush on Jack Parsons, Abraxas was a beautiful refuge from the stress of college, and its members have gone to do great things in many industries. Lang himself may be proof of Abraxas' magic touch. He recently celebrated a promotion to Director of Administration at Caledon and was just named the first ever recipient of the school's Regent's Chair grant, which will allow him to pursue an MBA.
Can you try bonfire?
A few Labor Day parties, a production of The Arsonists, and... Oh.
Look at the date. That's this weekend. Do they have an annual bonfire?
Ugh. They misspelled Abraxas. Amateurs.
I mean, it's a student newspaper. You're all amateurs.
Excuse you.
The Caledon Caller, September 22nd, 1997. Bonfire at Secret Society house raises questions. A large bonfire at the Abraxas house got out of control and spread to the lawn on Saturday. The Lakeport Fire Department was called to 3180 Fremont Street after several neighbors noticed the smell of smoke. When the fire department arrived, the flames were mostly extinguished. The society issued a statement this morning, apologizing for the fire and assuring the community that no underage drinking took place. This brush with the police comes after society has been implicated in several high-profile pranks and hosted last year's memorable Krampus party, well memorable for those of us who weren't taken to the ER for alcohol poisoning. Some students defend the society's antics, while others feel that the Abraxas has strayed too far from its occult roots. See, the thing is, they say that they misspelled Abraxas, but it's in here twice. I'm just wondering if it's not actually a spelling mistake. I don't know, I might be wrong, but it feels... It would also explain why she can't find anything else, but, you know, let's have a look.
Look for Gretchen Kostov.
The founder of the newspaper? There's gonna be a lot. Okay. Several articles written by her, a few reviews of her films, and... Huh.
The Abraxas Society wasn't always the Abraxas Society.
But it seems like the occultist stuff was there from the beginning.
The Caledon Caller, December 11, 1979. Women's Equality League reports changes. The Caledon Women's Equality League is changing their name next year. The group is inviting members to submit ideas for new names, which will be voted on in the upcoming semester. The league has already seen many changes in the last decade. Founder Gretchen Kostov has to fight an uphill battle, first when establishing the group and later when finding them housing off campus. At the time, according to Lakeport law, any house with two or more unrelated women living together was legally a brothel. Since setting up residency at 3180 Fremont Street, the group has hosted numerous anti-war protests and seasonal occult rituals. While members are tight-lipped about their ceremonies, several members have stated that the group is neither a cult nor a coven. The league started allowing male members last year, perhaps prompting this name change. Gretchen Kostov, the league's founder, on the porch of their Fremont Street headquarters, 1964.
So, what do we know?
That Abraxas has been getting away with mayhem for decades. They could do anything to anyone, and we'd never know.
But the party wasn't on just any day. Is there something special about this weekend? I'll be right back.
Okay, so we actually have a main objective, which is supposed to meet with Ben. So maybe we'll do that first, which might actually help us further our search. Because he might actually just have some answers for us. But not until I look at everything.
I don't think Vin has let all of his recent success get to his head. But it's hard to tell with him.
Ooh, a coffee machine.
Vin's moved up in the world since his administrative assistant days. I'm guessing the university wouldn't pay for a new nameplate, so he made one himself. Classic Vin.
Hey, why not? They always say you have to create your own success. Oh, a hedgehog. Oh, look at that little cutie patootie.
I can't believe Vin saddled his hedgehog with his own totally not embarrassing middle name.
Hey, I think it's sweet. But there's probably reasons for it.
Vin has really built a career for himself as Caledon's president whisperer.
Hey, you know what they say, keep your enemies closer.
What the hell? You towed my car?
You mispronounced. Thank you for saving my job, Vin. I owe you several drinks. Owen is furious that the demolition was held up. What do you think would happen if you found out you were there? Why were you there?
There is something strange going on. It's centered around the Abraxas house, and I think you know what it is.
Max, I don't have time for your sleuthing. Owen needs my help. The board is asking questions, and there goes my Saturday.
What has he gotten you mixed up in?
Nothing. The Abraxas house was irreparably damaged by the storm.
Didn't look that bad to me.
And Owen's Caledon 2.0 plans hinge on the future site of the Scientific Institute for Caledon. Unfortunately abbreviated, SICK. I know he's a dick, but he's an ambitious leader. And he's got the backing of the board. So, the house is coming down.
I saw the stay of demolition. According to the court, the house is staying right there.
And yet, come down it must. Either now, due to a miscommunication with the demolition company, or later, due to an expensive legal battle.
I don't understand. You were the president of Abraxas. Doesn't this bother you?
Of course it does. I want to keep Caledon weird. And I want to keep the Abraxas house in all of its haunted glory. But this is happening. All I can do is advocate. For Abraxas, you, and the arts in general, I'm doing my best. Now, are you gonna take my word for it? Or are you gonna keep asking me questions that I can't answer?
If you're working today, does that mean Owen is too?
Locked in there all morning. And no, you can't talk to him. I can't even get in there, and I've got 10 urgent messages for him.
If someone wanted to learn more about Abraxas, who should they talk to?
Oh, God. Are you part of Loretta's weird crusade?
I don't mean Abraxas any harm, but I have questions. And I know better than to ask you.
Listen, don't bother talking to anyone. The secret society has been secretive since the 90s, but it wasn't always that way. All I'm saying.
I can see you're swamped. I'll leave you to it.
Stay out of trouble, please.
Yeah, like that's going to happen. Okay, so right, so we have to keep researching.
I don't think Vin has let all of his recent success get to his head. But it's hard to tell with him.
Okay, so we can't go upstairs.
Abraxas is really going to war with the administration. Not sure who's winning.
After the events of Labor Day weekend, the store will remain locked every Friday at 5 p.m. until Monday at 8 a.m. While School Spirit is an admirable quality and the Braxis Society logo does contain a rooster, the Society is reminded that roosters are not pranks, they are living creatures that did not enjoy being sequestered in the mailroom. Okay, so we can't go anywhere in here.
So, what do we know?
That Abraxas has been getting away with mayhem for decades. They could do anything to anyone, and we'd never know.
But the party wasn't on just any day. Is there something special about this weekend? I'll be right back.
I mean, she has the internet. Why hasn't she gone and looked?
Gretchen Kostov, founder of Abraxas, and my best friend in the library. What a queen. I always make conversation and bad rock puns when I see Gretchen. She just has sentimental value.
Is there anything? No. Where is this? Sabbats. The celebration of seasons. Yes, so this would be something we need to look at.
Third week of September. That's this week.
Mabon, the autumn equinox. In the northern hemisphere, Mabon occurs in the third week of September and marks the first day of the autumn season, sometimes called Witches' Thanksgiving. It is a day of harvest festivals and nature walks as summer gives way to fall. Participants often hold feasts to celebrate nature's bounty or channel their creativity into autumnal arts and crafts. While Mabon is a moment when light and dark are in a perfect balance, it's also a reminder that the easy days of summer are behind us. What will the coming winter bring? And what shadows will lurk in the lengthening dark? Okay. Is there anything else? So we've read that book already. The Witch's Calendar. We haven't looked at that one, right? Have we? I can't remember.
This could be it. The start of the fire. The end of the school.
The Wheel of the Year. The pagan calendar is marked by 8 Sabbaths, seasonal holidays to celebrate important astronomical events and honor the changing seasons. Imbolc, February 1st to 2nd. Ostara is March 19th to 23rd. Beltane is April 30th to May 1st. Midsummer is June 19th to the 23rd. Lughnasadh is August 1st to 2nd. Mabon is September the 20th to the 24th, so that's the date that we're looking for. Samhain is October 31st to November the 1st, and Yule is December 19th to the 23rd. Okay, so in combinations to that, that would be sort of the date that we're looking at, and then with the rituals, which would make sense as a bonfire.
Okay, try Maybon.
Oh, here we go. A masked Maybon party? And look, it's the same weekend as the other article. They must be prepping for another one tonight.
Caledon Caller, September 24th, 1984. Dark Magic at Caledon, Special Investigation. Did you know that here on our very own campus an occult society might be practicing the dark arts? They've even been known to play Dungeons and Dragons. This reporter won't name the group, who have threatened previous investigators with libel lawsuits, but I can exclusively report that last Saturday a Mabon party took place off campus. Attendees wore masks and drank potions from engraved goblets. At midnight an unknown ritual took place in the basement. This photograph was obtained from an anonymous source who was eager to convince me that one isn't satanic, it just celebrates the cycle of death and rebirth, and that the rumors of human sacrifice are really exaggerated. The source ended the conversations after I asked whether their famed Hall of Secret contains, as many speculated, a portal to hell. Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. It's not a satanic ritual, but you know, nice try.
This is what we need. I just have to get my hands on a mask, and I could go anywhere, talk to anyone. Max?
There won't be a party. We need to talk to Vin and shut it down.
Hold on. Think about this. I'll post part 1 of my podcast tonight, then we'll go and ask people about it. They'll spill their guts.
No way. It's too risky.
Risky how? You're still not telling me something, aren't you? I told the police I was in that basement alone. Now you're stonewalling me?
Well, Loretta, you can't be trusted. So, you know, the problem is that if I tell you, you're not going to believe what I'm going to say. Anonymous tip sounds so flaky to me, and just a gut feeling, I suppose. It's like something that she could probably believe more, but she could also turn around and say, no, like, you're wrong, right? So I'm not sure, but I have to go with my gut feeling and go with the decision of just a gut feeling.
I'm telling you, I only have suspicions right now. If you're gonna blow this story wide open, you need solid proof.
That's what I'm saying. I'm out of leads. President Teller ignored my requests for a comment. Reggie says I'm crazy. Tonight is my last chance.
Okay. I have a responsibility to try and stop the party. But Abraxas has ways of getting around the authorities, so I don't know how much good it'll do. I know you want answers. I also know that if you go to the Abraxas house tonight, you'll be putting yourself in danger. Again. Promise me you won't do that.
I promise I will try to find the truth and not do anything stupid in the process. I'm sorry. That's the best I can do.
I could rewind and make Loretta forget the party is even happening. But is that a step too far?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that it's a bit hypocritical coming from Max to tell Loretta not to do anything about it because, you know, when Max was her age or in a similar situation, she did exactly that, you know. So, in a way, it's just hypocritical for her to say like not to do anything about it. She's sort of doing it for her reasons, and she thinks though it's the right thing to do for her, right? So she has no right to really tell her not to do anything. So what do I do? How do I exactly stop the party? Can I speak to Vince about it? Can I go into Owen's office?
I've got to try to stop this Mabon party before it gets out of hand.
Let's try.
Sorry, me again. Vin, you have to cancel the Mabon party.
He did. I told Reggie there wasn't a good backup spot to build a bonfire. It's canceled as of last...
Vin, I need that file from the archive by end of day.
Got it right here. Sir, about these messages...
They'll have to wait.
Vin looked like he wanted to chase Owen out of the room. Maybe I can push him over the edge.
I should rewind and convince Vin to leave when Owen does. Sorry, me again. You need help getting Owen's attention? Loretta is planning to release her podcast about the demolition tonight. But maybe if Owen gives her the comment she's after, he can reduce the damage.
Holy shit. That will get his attention. And, oh god. Make him supremely angry. Still, thank you.
Vin, I need that file from the archive by end of day.
Got it right here. Sir, I have to speak with you immediately.
Not now.
It's new information about that podcast.
Fine. Walk with me.
That should buy me enough time to search the office.
Owen must be hiding something. What am I missing? They could be back at any moment. I have to hurry.
I'm supposed to be taking a photo of.
What has Owen been up to? Managed to talk my way into the president's office. I miss the old days when I just used pipe bombs. Normally I wouldn't suspect Caledon's president of arson. But someone's about to burn down the building he wants to get rid of. Did he lose his key or something? Everyone keeps saying that the Abraxas house is badly damaged. But I didn't see anything wrong.
Lakeport, Vermont. Land parcel agreement 3000 to 3200 Fremont Street. Page 233 of 307. Addendum 6. Buyer will not demolish the building located at 3180 Fremont Street, hereafter referred to as the Abraxas House, until receiving a signed order of demolition from the Lakeport County Court. Said order is contingent upon a visit from a structural engineer scheduled to take place on Monday, September the 23rd. Once the structural engineer, hereafter referred to as the engineer, confirms that the building is damaged beyond repair, the order of demolition can be resubmitted to the Lakeport County Court. If the engineer's report contraindicates demolition, the matter will be referred to the Lakeport Historical Commission for further review. My brain is at this point like just having a blank. Said provisions have been agreed upon by Caledon University and the Lakeport Historical Commission. Okay.
Everyone keeps saying that the Abraxas house is badly damaged. But I didn't see anything wrong. Nice, still logged in. Guess I'm due for a lucky break.
New England Wrecking Stan at nuke.com. Owen Teller, Saturday, September 21st, 6:55 a.m. Subject: the fuck. Owen, my guys are telling me that you're throwing them under the bus to the Lakeport PD. Listen, I've got plenty of words for the idiots who didn't check the basement. But who told them that the demolition had been approved? Who assured me to my face that the court documents were on their way and it has to be tonight? Do you know how much shit I'd be in if the cops had found the explosive? I had to hide them in a dumpster like a fucking mobster. I only took this contract as a favor to Jasmine, but we're done. I told you guys to pull the equipment, find someone else to do your dirty work, and get your fancy team of lawyers ready, asshole. Stan King, New England Wreck Kings.
Owen's trying to seem more likable, so he outsources the job to a chatbot. This fucking guy.
Sir, the new AI chat program is ready for your review. I downloaded it to your desktop this morning. As I've said, I have some concerns about using your voice. I know we're attempting to address the unlikable and unrelatable accusations, but even with more boundary conditions, a user could get you to say just about anything. I'm sure you can imagine the potential downsides and PR nightmares that could follow. Let me know if you have any feedback for the developer. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to, frame Owen for something.
Oh, that doesn't sound like Owen at all.
Okay, so subject is last night. Are you feeling alright? We'll discuss your previous message after the call with the board. I suggest you get your head on straight before then, Yasmin. I think the real question is how did you fuck up your relationship with your daughter so badly that she doesn't even answer your calls? Maybe you should stop trying, or maybe I should offer her a professorship. She's clearly the real talent in the family, Owen. I'm getting calls from the demolition company. Stan is furious and threatening to sue. What happened at the Brax's house last night, Yasmin? Okay, so they somehow caught up together. Okay, so it's Caledon University's logos.
Hi, I'm Callie, your Caledon automated assistant. How can I help you today? The Abraxas Society was founded in 1962 by Gretchen Kostov. Originally known as the Caledon Women's Equality League, the group is open to all students in good academic standing.
Was worth a shot.
Okay.
President Teller has his weekly meeting scheduled with Reggie Kagan, location, Central Quad.
Wait, he was just here.
Instructor Caulfield, your class size and inattention to grading have raised questions as to the efficacy of your course.
Wow, even the robot knows that Owen doesn't respect me.
President Teller has his weekly meeting scheduled with Reggie Kagan, location, Central Quad.
Wait, he was just here.
Breaking into his own files? That weird email to Yasmin? That wasn't Owen just now. Holy shit. Safi. What was she doing in Owen's office? She asked Vin to get a file for her. She's up to something. Oh no.
Max? Are you, like, in there?
President Teller's office. Sir?
Vin, I need you to go get me something.
Max? Is that you?
Fuck it. I'm coming in.
I need a distraction.
Owen just said you've been trying to break into his office? I told him he's crazy. But he insisted I check, so I really hope no one is in there listening to me right now.
Get Vin away from the door.
Fuck it. I'm coming in.
Owen's trying to seem more likable, so he outsources the job to a chatbot. This fucking guy. Oh, that doesn't sound like Owen at all.
Hi, I'm Callie, your Caledon automated... President Teller has his weekly meeting scheduled with Reggie Kagan, location, Central Quad.
Wait, he was just here. Everyone keeps saying that the Abraxas house is badly damaged, but I didn't see anything wrong. Can I hate something that would make Moses happy? I think I can. No Vin, no problem. Like I was never even here. You wanna play cat and mouse, Sophie? Let's play.